Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, if you are Tamar, you are being dragged all up and down the internet. Y'all, Tamar has come out and made her statement, and baby, it is more cowardly and weird than we could have ever thought. But let me tell y'all something, right? All y'all Tamar defenders and Chrisean defenders, do you know what did happen? Tamar admitted that Chrisean viciously attacked James. She also decided to make it a pity party for herself. She's also tap dancing around that liability that y'all swore couldn't be possible. She also seems to be really concerned with kissing Chrisean's, but she's more concerned about Chrisean. But y'all, we're going to get into this because I have her whole statement right here. We're going to get into this, but let me just tell y'all one thing that I will say. Tamar is playing both sides in the middle. And as far as I can tell, it's my opinion, there's a million lies in it. And we are in her statement, her long statement, and we are going to break them down. I will once again say, Tamar is liable for bringing Chrisean around. James can sue the patoozie out of her. It also sounds like LaTroy and everybody else that works on that chore is mad at Tamar, and Tamar's trying to play both sides of the middle because at the end of the day, Tamar caused this by clout chasing Chrisean. We're going to get into how because Tamar admits it, but she was too cowardly, it seems like, to tell Chrisean what it was. But I will say one thing. Y'all were right about one thing. Troy doesn't like Chrisean. And because of that, Tamar went around his back and invited Chrisean and made a side deal with Chrisean for her to perform without LaTroy knowing. Because at the end of the day, she just wanted all eyes on her concert. Like Tommy said, Tamar's concert wouldn't have gone viral like it did if Chrisean was not there. Because, baby, don't forget that Tamar had a bunch of other concert dates where she sang her little butterfly self off and it didn't go viral. She was looking for a viral moment. Do you realize that someone can be famous and still clout chase because you're looking for a viral moment? So what did she do? She did a backhand deal with Chrisean, from her own words. We're gonna listen to this, and she didn't tell LaTroy because she knew LaTroy would be like, heck no. So it looks like LaTroy actually was telling the truth about what's going on. But let's see what's going on with Tamar, the cowardly lion, and then we're gonna get into the comments because a lot of people had a lot of things to say. Most of them saw it for what it was. I do want to say this. It's funny how Tamar now wants to make a statement after Chrisean erased all her social medias. Now you want to make a statement, but let's get into this statement. All right, let's go.
I look crazy. Let me take this off. Not that my headband looks any better, but I wasn't going to say anything out of respect for James and his trauma and what happened.
Pause right there. I know what y'all saying. Damn, let her speak. I will in a second. First of all, Tamar is doing PR 101. She's trying to look just like an everyday girl so people don't actually see how she caused all this thing, being encouraged the cowardly dog. You knew you were going to make this statement. So how are you just like, let me take this off? It's giving Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher. It's giving every celebrity when they have something real big, they try to come off as like, Tamar's relatable. She wears a bonnet just like us. Also, you wanted to stay silent out of respect for James, but James was the one begging you. LaTroy was the one begging you. Everybody wanted a statement from. And since when James never asked her to stay quiet on this. He wanted people to rally around him in love. On top of that, when was the last time you ever heard Tamar Braxton being quiet about anything? But let's get into this. Hold on.
To him. And when I say what happened to him, he got assaulted at my show. And it was by Chrisean, but there was a lot of events that I believe were misconstrued. And so while I'm not going to
Pause. Tamar is tap dancing in the middle. You're now admitting at the police, Chrisean's on the run. Y'all know that, right? The police are looking for Chrisean. Okay? So the police were called. Everybody saw the assault, Tamar. So he was assaulted. We know that. For those of y'all that thought he was lying, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. He was assaulted. What else? The police, but then she said there were a lot of events that were misconstrued, trying to make a little Tamarism. This is the beginning of Tamar trying to apologize to Chrisean. Both people, it seems like, have a right to be mad at Tamar. And Tamar right now is trying to play both sides of the middle. But let's continue because this is going to get deeper.
Set out the time and clear every little thing up for everyone. I want you to know the reason why I decided to say something. Number one, I care about my team. They're all of my friends, and we put this all together for the fans. I'm not a clout chaser. I don't need that. Like, my circle is this small. You know, I don't have to sell tickets for, like, oh, I need to sell tickets. Let me do this, that, and other. This show has been sold out for a month. I didn't have an opening act. I knew I didn't need an opening act because I knew my sister was coming in the middle of the show. And, when you're in different cities, you invite different people. And Chrisean was definitely someone that I invited, someone that I actually, looked at from afar as like a younger sister. She's from Baltimore. I knew that she was rowdy. I didn't judge her because of that. I felt for her on so many occasions, and I just felt like, oh, this was somebody I wanted to meet to, possibly take under my wing because, everybody knows that I don't have the best. I don't have the best pass. I'm sorry, I have a filter. I washed my face.
Okay, really quick, I'm going to let her finish, but y'all realize that this is actually a legal statement. For those of y'all that didn't think employer vicarious liability was not a thing, Tamar is proving. Now let's get into something. My whole team put on the show. The rumors are true. Tamar's team were threatening to walk out because they were horrified in the way that she just left James and didn't give any support. Also, listen to this. Tamar is now trying to say she wasn't clout chasing. You found it by her own words. She found out in the middle of the show that Tony was going to come on, right? You didn't have an opening act. There are numerous people that got the screenshots that Tamar jumped into Chrisean's live. And I quote, said, and I quote, she actually said, she jumped into Chrisean's live and she said, that's very important that you know this. Tamar was clearly is lying. She was clearly on Chrisean's live when she was with Carlissa and told her to get dressed and come on and perform. Tamar, miss, I'm not a clout chaser. You needed Chrisean there for what? Because why else did you invite her? You didn't like her? Oh, let's get back to what Tamar said. She was trying to change Chrisean's life. This wasn't a job, because if she's saying that she didn't hire Chrisean, this wasn't a job. She was just being friendly. Listen to this mess. And remember what I said in my old videos about employer liability? Tamar tort law invited the nuisance. She invited a danger to her staff. She had a responsibility to protect her staff and not put them in harm's way. But also, right? She invited her without her staff knowing. Let's keep going. Because her staff didn't want her there. And as much as y'all say Tamar's a star, no. Tamar just said, me and my team, they all work together to get money together. It's Tamar's the one singing, but it's not just her tour, if you know what I'm saying. But let's keep going.
I look crazy. Okay. And in my journey of being a better person, I wanted people to, accept me for the new person that I was. And the only way that they could do that is if I was given an opportunity. And so that's really all it was. I didn't call her and be like, oh, come on and perform in my show.
That's a lie. We know for a fact that she was in Chrisean's live with Carlissa and told her to get dressed and come on and perform.
I already knew Tony was planning to perform here at this LA show.
Do you see how Tamar's being so careful talking around things? Do you see? But hold on. I'm going to let it finish. Hold on.
She had sent me her number a while ago on a DM, and I reached out to her. Like I said before, like we all have, Chrisean is like a little sister to all of us watching her, and then watch her make.
Do you see how she's distancing herself? She's a little sister to all of us watching her. Just last week, you're like, that's my baby. That's little sis. Now you don't know Chrisean. We all look at her as a little sister. Do you see now you the dum-dums in the back that thought Tamar's not legally liable? Tamar knows she's legally liable.
Mistakes. We want to help. We want to help. And this is what this Love and War tour has been about. You know, I have called several girls that I didn't know Drew Sidora. I didn't know Tiffany Evans. I don't know. I didn't know any of them really. The only person that I knew was Nivea, you know. But I wanted
Drew and Tiffany were all performers at her show. But let's continue.
this tour to be about, you know, second chances and, you know, giving new opportunities. And I don't know. I didn't call Chrisean to open up for me. But when she was in my dressing room, we do a twerk off portion, right? And I was like, oh, it'd be cool if the DJ played as a vibe and you came out and did a vibe like the people, you know, Baltimore sisters. And that's really what I was thinking. Everyone else get compensated for coming on my show and opening up for me. I try to always do the right thing by people. And there's a contract. We're professional. I'm a real touring company. And that wasn't the case.
Pause this, because this is where she is trying to remember. I told you employer vicarious liability. If somebody does something illegal in the normal course of their duties, your employer is liable for them. It is the agent, employee, agent. Employee, agent, they are an authorized agent. I'm not getting into it. I did it in my old videos. Tamar right now is trying to say that since they did not have the usual contract, she shouldn't be an employee and she can't be liable. This tour was about second chances. Did you ever hear Tamar say anything about a second chance in the tour? Oh, now it's about second chances. Now you don't know Chrisean, but what you felt? You felt everybody felt like she was a little sister. Who's everybody? Because the internet comments have said your tour did not like her. That's why they did not invite her. Also, do you see how Tamar is walking around the truth? I hate a liar that walks around the truth. I didn't call her to open up for. I didn't call her to perform. You jumped in her. You jumped into her. You jumped into her live and invited her in front of everybody. But not even that. You didn't call her. You reached out to her, and then she got back with you like, "What's up about performing?" To me, it sounds like you made a backhand deal with Chrisean, unbeknownst to LaTroy, because LaTroy and them don't like Chrisean. Y'all been saying that. LaTroy's been telling the truth. He don't like Chrisean. He never thought Chrisean was going to perform. Tamar invited her and thought she was going to be so smart and not tell Latron. And then she was just going to show up and it's going to be like, well, she's here. Let's just do it. And then Tamar was going to go viral. Tamar is famous, but Tamar wanted to go viral. Tamar does not go viral very much on her own. I mean the type of viral that Chrisean does, where she is on every single blog doing it big. Even overseas, they're blasting off on what's going on. Tamar doesn't chart. You see what I'm saying? She's famous, but you can always be more famous. And Tamar knew that. Okay. But also walking around, you didn't call her, but you still made the agreement. Okay. And you guys, it gets worse because she starts apologizing to Chrisean after one of her best friends got his face bust open. And she's like, oh, but it's horrible. If this was me, this would make me even more mad, right? The way she said, everybody gets compensated. So Chrisean got compensated, or she was promised compensation, right? She was promised compensation. But then she also said something like, and contracts are signed. But that didn't happen. She said everyone got compensated, comma, and contracts are signed. But that didn't happen here because LaTroy, who is the tour manager, is the one in charge of contracts. And you tried to keep this away from LaTroy and just bop it up because you thought LaTroy was being a hater, because you knew that if you put her name in there, LaTroy would have been like, no, we don't want that girl here. Now let's continue. Keep that in mind. Again, this is disgusting. Anybody that is friends with Tamar, you saw the way she treated her own family. She don't care about nobody. I don't know if she don't care about anybody but herself, but honestly, I find it disgusting that your best friend was assaulted and you waited till Chrisean deactivated her social media. But one of the reasons you're doing that is because you don't want Chrisean to call you out on your part. Now listen to how she gets on her knees for Chrisean.
I think that there was a misunderstanding.
How'd that happen?
During the part of the twerk off, I am backstage changing clothes. And everybody that's come to a Tamar show know that we don't have any violence. No one has ever fought at my concerts. We laugh, we cry. People have passed out, due to, being, inebriated or, just excited at being at a concert. But this is a safe, loving, healing place.
Is it?
And I don't know. I have to apologize to my team if my silence have made you all feel like I have not been supportive to you. And I also want to...
The whole team is boycotting Tamar, by the way, because they are disgusted that she put them in the situation. But let's continue.
If my silence have made you all feel like I have not been supportive to you. And I also want to acknowledge Chrisean. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for coming. I didn't want any of this to happen. I actually thought that we, could really be, good friends and have, I could be a big sister, to you. And that was my only objective of you coming. I had no other plans. I didn't want to set you up. I didn't tell nobody not to play your music. I just want everybody to come and have a good time. And that is really the spirit of it all.
Pause. Did y'all hear that? This woman, according to the police, LaTroy, James, and everyone in your crew, and now Tamar herself says that she assaulted one of your best friends and your employee at work. You apologize to the whole team for your silence, right? She never apologized to James for putting him in that situation, okay? You're apologizing for your silence about not speaking on it. And then you immediately turn around and you start apologizing to Chrisean. You think the woman that busted James's face open, thank you for your time and for coming. I appreciate you. Y'all, tell me we didn't crack this case from the beginning. Tell me Tamar didn't promise Chrisean one thing and told LaTroy and James something else. And then when it all erupted, she's still trying to play both sides in the middle by walking that in between. Tell me if somebody busted your friend's face over or even punched your friend in the face, you will be on this internet thanking them for coming. And before y'all say, well, we don't know what James did, the police know what James did. The police are looking for Chrisean, not James. Everybody in that situation. Tamar is pathetic. I can't believe y'all are going up for this. Listen, it don't matter what. Tamar is super beautiful, super talented. She make really good music and her personality can light up a room. This is pathetic though. Her actions right now are pathetic. And she's trying to save herself while the ship is sinking. Y'all, it gets worse though.
But I have to acknowledge my team because my team has been traumatized. And especially James. He was assaulted and he was hurt.
Listen to her make it all
I just feel like I can't make nobody happy.
Tamar is the worst. Look at her crying with this victim. Chrisean got the police looking for her. James is so embarrassed he can't even come out the house and he can't work and he's a singer. So his nose being injured makes a difference. He can't work. And Tamar's sitting here when she's the one that caused the whole situation talking about, I just can't make no one happy. This is y'all queen. This is who y'all going up for. That's it. Let's continue. You can't make no one happy. You try to get over on everyone because you got a thought in your head. And in my opinion, let me know if y'all think I'm wrong, respectfully. It blew up in your face. And now you crying boo-hoo victim? Not Chrisean. who might literally have her probation revoked. Not James, who literally got publicly humiliated, punched, and people are dragging Chrisean's fans are in there dragging him. You're the person you can't make nobody happy, but you were only thinking about yourself. You're now trying to make us think that you had a tour to welcome Chrisean. Let's keep going. But mind you, why are you so pressed apologizing and saying all these things about a woman you barely know? I know what y'all saying. Oh, well, you know, they're both. No, Tamar just said they're not both friends. Tamar just said that she don't know Chrisean. They barely talk. She just wanted to give her a second chance how people gave her a second chance. They're not tight. They're not close. So why are you throwing James underneath the bus again? Let's continue.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I really wish he would have hit me instead of him. You know, I'm just so sorry it happened to you. And I'm sorry, Chrisean, if you felt that, you know, any of us wanted to use you for hype. No one. I'm not even going to address that because it's ridiculous. I know that when people come into this industry and, you know, they get a certain amount of stardom or fame, they feel like, oh, what does this person want with me? What does this person want with me? And there are some genuine people.
She has spent more time. There's about 4 more minutes ago on this thing, apologizing and kissing Chrisean's butt and trying to make her feel better than even saying anything about James. And before y'all know, learn who James is. James is not a violent person. And as much as you can say LaTroy don't like Chrisean, LaTroy's telling the truth. Tamar's the one that invited her to perform behind his back.
But I'm doing this video for my staff and for my team who believed in me and who has helped supported me. Troy especially, you know, who has been the most passionate about this. And he should have, you know, he's my partner, and, you know, watching, you know, someone so close to us, you know, get so violated is traumatizing. And I really, honestly, truly wish none of this happened.
I know you do.
We are still doing part 2. Like I said before, we don't fight at our concerts. We don't even. Everybody who has gone has had a lovely, fun, family setting and time. And I don't know. It's just unfortunate. And let me just tell you how amazing James is. Like, no matter how he's feeling, he told me today, he was like, you know, when she hit me, I just feel like I just wanted to hug her. She'd be like, I'm just really sorry that it all happened. And
I know you are.
I don't know. I just felt like on behalf of my team, being the leader, sometimes you don't know, you know, what role to take. And I just want everybody to know. I just want everybody to know that I'm sorry. And I don't know. But I won't be speaking about this anymore. This has really hit us hard, you know, and it really hit us all hard. No one deserved it, you know, and no one wanted to hurt anybody, and no one wanted to disrespect anybody, and nobody wanted to set anybody up. We just wanted to have a good time. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in a few weeks. I'm sorry, James. You're an amazing person. This should have never happened. And I'm also sorry, Chrisean, that you feel like in your life that everybody is out to get you. That must be a horrible feeling. That's a horrible feeling. I don't know. I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. I love you.
Okay, so let's go through some stuff. Again, Beijing said, not you waited till she deactivated to respond. People peep your game. I hope nobody fell for that mess. Say Tamar's line, she clearly was on Chrisean's live when she was with Carlissa and told her to get dressed and come on and perform. I'm not the only one that actually remember that. Here's the thing, LaTroy has responded because baby, they're pressing charges and Tamar is praying the charges get dropped. Again, I told y'all from the beginning what my theory was. It sounds like Tamar's confirming it. You promise one people one thing, you promise everybody else everything else. On top of that, Troy responded with an upside down happy face, right? Because he ain't believing the BS either. He also went on to say, this is literally, what did he say? Troy said, advice from my best friend be like, we're arguing this man making sense. What do I do now? Start crying, right? He also retweeted Ari when she said, I owe myself an apology for putting others before myself to try to prove love and loyalty, neglecting myself from everything I deserve to make other people happy. But today I choose me and I'll continue to choose me forever from now on. He also reposted somebody, Aika, IKEA posting said, love you, baby. He said to her, Lord knows I've been tempted to curse out everybody in these blogs, but at the end of the day, their opinions don't matter. You know who you are. Keep being great. Auntie will always have your back. Y'all, listen. Y'all buying this? Did y'all buy this? I didn't, but I want to know that exactly what we thought. And for everybody that thought, what? She can't. And no, Tamar ain't got nothing to do with it. Tamar herself is acting guilty AF. And this little thing, she spent more time apologizing to Chrisean and kissing her butt than actually looking after her best friend. But you know what? You know what? That's y'all. That's all. Tamar was doing the Lord's work, right? Apologizing, kissing the butt of someone she says she don't even know, didn't really invite, and just was trying to do some good service. Baby, Tamar, you could have kept that. This is pathetic. And Chrisean, I don't know what's going to happen to her. She is on the run right now, and I know she has a new baby. I just hope she really finds some peace, honestly. But James got the right to find justice. Let me know what y'all think in the I'll tell you one thing at the end of the day, Tamar, this was all a carefully worded PR response to try to say enough to calm James down and try to say enough to calm Chrisean down.